Hi, this is attorney Andrea Witt.
And I'm attorney Stephen Spano with a Legal and Financial Minute, or two.
In our last episode, we gave you guidance on how to successfully work with a law firm to be sure your life and estate plan do not end up being contested in court, costing your family a ton of money.
In this episode, we're going to show you why you should listen to your attorney, and we're going to describe a real-life example of what can happen when you don't listen to your attorney.
Let's start with a family of two sisters and a brother. The brother, we call him Bob, had never married and lived in senior housing. For over 20 years, one sister, we'll call her Jane, visited Bob weekly and brought him meals she prepared.
When Bob unfortunately died, his will left his probate estate equally between Jane and his other sister, Liz. These names are fictional, obviously. The will also named Jane as the personal representative of his estate. If you're not familiar with the term personal representative, that's because it was formerly called an executor. The other sister, Liz, agreed that Jane should be the personal representative.
Jane retained us to probate Bob's estate. Bob's probate estate consisted of his cluttered, some may say hoarded, elderly housing apartment and a couple of small bank accounts.
Based on our extensive experience, we've developed procedures that we recommend for every probate estate. One of those recommendations is to photograph and take a video of the apartment and its contents. This doesn't have to be fancy. It can be done with any basic smartphone.
We also recommend obtaining a quick and inexpensive appraisal of the contents of the apartment, just in case there's anything of value.
If there's nothing of value, we recommend obtaining documentation from all the heirs. In this case, it's just Jane and Liz, relative to the value, any distribution, and the disposal of the contents.
So Jane and Liz went through the apartment together and felt that Bob's apartment consisted of what they referred to as worthless junk.
And despite our recommendations, Jane did not take any photographs or a video of the contents of Bob's apartment.
She also rejected our recommendation to have the contents appraised.
And finally, she felt it was silly to obtain documentation from her sister Liz that Liz agreed that all the contents were worthless and could be thrown away.
So, after the junk removal company removed all the contents and disposed of them, some mail arrived that was opened by Liz. The mail was from a financial account owned by Bob, showing a significant amount of money.
After Jane investigated further, because neither she nor Liz knew anything about this account, the financial company notified Jane that she was the sole beneficiary of this account with a substantial amount of money in it. Since the account had named a living beneficiary, it was not part of probate, was not going to go equally, and was going to go just to Jane.
So, of course, Liz was furious. She got an attorney and claimed that her sister disposed of items worth over $150,000 from the hoarded apartment.
Jane had no photographs, no video, no appraisal, and no sign-off by her sister.
But Liz had no proof either. Both spent tens of thousands of dollars on attorney and court fees over the next 4 years. And in the end, Liz died without ever receiving a penny.
The moral of today's episode is to listen to your attorney's advice and heed it. Your attorney is giving you the advice of years of their experience to help you. Your attorney has worked on thousands of similar cases and is interested in saving you time, aggravation, and money.
Please join us for our next episode of a Legal and Financial Minute or two.
And remember, all legal and financial professionals are not the same. Seek out an expert legal and financial professional to protect you and your family.
We hope this Legal and Financial Minute or two has helped you and those you love to protect your health, your assets, your income, and preserve your way of life.
And as always, remember, if you have something you would like us to address in one of our segments, or have questions on this or any other legal or financial topic, feel free to call or text Spano, DeWicki, and Witt at 781-231-7800 or email us at help@spanodewicki.com.